So the end result of that is that the rest of them got to have Alonzo around when he was a young buck. I got the experienced Zoe. The man with all the experience, all of the knowledge that you could possibly want to have in a human being, he had it. There was no subject that he couldn't talk to you about. There was no advice he couldn't give you. Because if he didn't have the experience, he knew somebody else who had the experience, and he was going to help you out with it. But much like Ray, I didn't get to spend a lot of time with him as a kid except on Saturday mornings, which, as you guys know, is a rite of passage. You wake up on Saturday mornings, you do not get to watch the Super Friends. You got to get up and go to the cleaners. So all my early years of knowing my big brother was at the cleaners. We'll talk about church later, but at the cleaners, that was what we knew him as during the week. So you guys been there before. It is hot, hot, hot. On a cold day, it's still hot, hot, hot. So, back in the day when, he was a spry young buck, slim and trim and, working the cleaners, glasses always sliding down the nose because it's sweating so bad. And this is what our generation knows him to do. We're out there on the pressing machine, and you standing right behind him because you wait. Our job was to hang up the clothes. When you was a kid, that's what you did. See that, Justin? Our job was to hang up clothes, period. When that thing went bzzz, you went and got the clothes, brought it back, and you hung it up so they could press it. But the entertainment value started once you got your clothes and you started hanging it up behind my big brother. It went a little something like this. Psst. Hey man, back in man, when I was down there near my boy Peacock, man, I'm telling you, boy, we was trying to make it do what it do, baby. Man, when I try to tell you, boy, boy, look at here. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, but when we got back, boy, I'm telling you, man, look. But then after all that was said and done, I'm like, what did he say? It was always entertaining. We just didn't know what he was talking about half the time. So you just kept listening. So he would keep pressing. And then, that was the young Zoe, but then he'd start transforming, because he was in his 30s now, He would start to transform, and then the advice started to come out, talking about, psst, how old are you now, man? 10? Psst, I remember when I was 10. The advice never stopped. And a lot of it was good. But as I got a little bit older, I started to learn how to decipher the advice. I learned from my big brother, dealing with my big brother, that sometimes when that advice comes to you, take that advice and reverse it. That's the right way to go. You're going to probably make the right decision at that point. But like my sister said and my brother said, the man always was there for you, no matter what. Me and Tracy, Tanya, Tiffany, Jeff, Eric, we spent so much time in his living room on Saturday night. All night. All night. We waking up and the sun is up and people talking about we got to go to church. I'm like, man, we just went to sleep. But there was not a weekend that he would say no. The man had the door open for it, and he loved it. He loved it. He had us around and allow us to tear up his house, because that's pretty much what happened. But I got to drop this one, and I'm going to turn it over. I didn't turn 21. I ain't going to tell that one. No, I got to tell it. I turned 21 years old. And I was in college, and I came here, and I always come up for my birthday around Christmas time, and it was nice and cold, and he said, man, well, what you doing tonight? I said, well, nothing. What you want to do? He said, well, I tell you what, bro. No, he said, I'm going to tell you what, bro. This what's going to happen. We're going to go to this jazz spot tonight. Me, you, and Babe, bro. See, because that's little bro, I'm Babe, bro. Me, you, and little bro, we're going to get together. We're going to go to this jazz spot. Man, they cold. It was somewhere down here on Western, Blue Island out here. Now, we get there, and I'm 21. You kind of, okay. We get to the spot, and then, you know, we sitting there now. He's like, all right, man, you grown men hanging with your big brothers tonight. And I started thinking, this starting to go bad. I don't really know if this should be transpiring like this, you know. But I'm good, I'm cool. Like Ray said, I'm tough. And he said, we can do it, we can do it. But I tell you what, fast forward to the good part of the night, that was my introduction to official manhood. And I tell you what, both of them took me out there, and we had a great time as transforming from the little kid who they didn't really get to see a lot. And as I started becoming an adult, they really, you know, had no problem with it, even being a few decades older than me. They had absolutely no problem embracing me, and they, hey, don't be cutting me off back there. No, but they took care of me that night. We had a great time, but we had a lot of good conversation that I still remember to this day. And I'm a little bit beyond 21, so that means I got a pretty good memory. But there was a lot of good advice from the both of them, and I've been applying it ever since, man. So I really appreciate you, you know, being there for me. And, you know, I love you. And I had absolutely no problems coming up here to celebrate with you guys, man. And I just upset that I didn't get to get here for my dad's dedication. Did y'all know he had a street dedicated after him a couple weeks ago? 42 years of service, 100 Halsted Street. Go by there and take a picture of it. I tried to make both trips, but I couldn't, so this is a combination trip, and I love everybody in this room, man. That table there got so many people that watch me grow up. It's scary, you know. Mary, we not even gonna go there, you know. I still got the picture of my blue and white checkered suit that you bought me. I still got that picture, you know. So anyway, I love you guys, man. I'm glad to be here, big brother, you know. Forever, man. We good. Now he says he's retired. He can now come to Miami. You know, I'm always there to take care of anybody that come down to Miami. Although there's certain bell men that has been prohibited. Don't hide, Chris. I see you right there. Chris, Jamie, Ray. Yeah, you guys can't come back to Miami, but anybody else is more than welcome to come. But seriously though, I mean, having my brothers and sisters up here has been what's making it easy for me to be that far away from home, because I know they're taking care of my parents and they're looking out for them, and just, you know, we're a tight-knit family. And I'm raising my kids to be exactly the same way, to make sure that they take care of each other. So, all right. I love you guys. All right.